December when he was training at the National Tennis Centre, and what a magnificent facility that is for Australian players now. And I think he's right. But what he is doing in Australian tennis, he's setting the tone. He's got the young fellas watching him and they're chasing him. So, here we go. Well, Jeff, you wanted him to start coming forward. He did it the first point for you.
Yeah, nice positive start. Make a statement early is always good. Gave you a fair bit of credit in some of those interviews. You know, is he looking for a bit more support? What's going on there?
I can't help him with support.
Deservedly so. You've really been a fan of his.
Well, he's a player that you could see had a good ball striking ability, but he just didn't understand how to get the best out of himself. And he's now got the likes of Mark Woodford as a coach, and Mark will do a wonderful job at teaching him the game of tennis, the tactical prowess that's needed at this level. But then in Davis Cup 2, he's been pushed by Pat Rafter, and Tony Roach and Josh Eagle. So he's surrounded himself with people who've got a lot of experience. A really strong opening game from Matosevic. He leads 1-love.
First game.
Well, I expect, well, as we take a look at Matosevic's serve, and that is a really improved part of the game. And this week has actually served really well with lots of rhythm.
Love 15.
I expect we're going to see STAKHOVSKY. You mentioned how much he served volleyed at Wimbledon to beat Federer. He likes to come forward. He's a bit of a throwback in terms of he's a single-handed backhand and uses the net to his advantage. But when you play against somebody that plays that style, there's the serve volley, they often don't like it when you take the net away from them. And I think that's what Marinko has to do, is actually play a little bit more aggressive and not let STAKHOVSKY come at him.
Oh, yes, nice improvisation there from the Ukrainian, who now actually lives in Bratislava, Slovakia. But it's not surprising that his favourite players growing up were Rafter and Sampras, two serve volleyers, and he's implemented a similar style.
(14-15).
After the double, really good serving, and it's 1-1.
1 game. 15 love.
That forehand timed nicely. When he's playing well, that is the case. Just got to make sure he doesn't get too open with that stroke. And by that I mean sometimes in the past when he sets up for that open stance forehand, he gets the right foot in front of the left, and therefore all his body weight rotates too early. Last couple of matches, so it's been good.
Love. Game. Matosevic.
Tough game for Matosevic. It's on serve here in the quarters. 2-1 first set.
Matosevic leads 2 games to 1.
How's that? Is that okay? Yep.
Time. Cease cricket, please. Thank you. Yes, take that one, please. Thank you.
The forehand swing of Marinko Matosevic. Oh, and a good volley. That was not an easy volley.
15 love.
Likes playing here, STAKHOVSKY. He was a quarter-finalist here in 2011.
It's been a busy week. 6th match of the week for him coming through qualies. Had to get through 3 matches there.
Yeah, it's got to be hard, isn't it? 1 minute you're on centre court at Wimbledon playing
Wait, please.
Federer, and then all of a sudden you're playing qualifying with probably 20 people watching. It's,
yep.
The highs and the lows.
Well, you talk about that just here, but even at Wimbledon it was a difficult situation for him because he'd match of his life on the centre court, 15, and then the next round he went out to an outside court where you could only fit about 200 people. So even at that particular event was tough. He ended up losing the next match.
It's always risky volleying to the open court unless you've got some real pace behind it to hurry an opponent.
(40-30). Game.
And still on serve, 2-all.
2 games on. 15 love.
He's an educated man, Stakhovsky. He speaks Ukrainian, Slovak, Czech, Russian, English. Loves reading Russian classics.
Some heavy reading.
It's deep and meaningful.
He's fairly active too politically. He's a real voice for the group of players that are ranked between 50 and beyond, let's call it, in trying to work on prize money and fairness and keep the tour strong. Sitting the ATP Players Council.
40 love.
Well, that's improved accuracy off the Matosevic serve, and it's made a big difference to him this week. As usual,
40-15.
Give someone a half a compliment on the improvement, and he throws in a double. Gee, if we did that, we'd make a bit of money every time we set something up like that.
Yeah. What is it that causes that?
Okay.
It still holds comfortably, and Matosevic leads 3-2.
Matosevic leads 3 games to 2. Time.
It's quarter-final night here at the Apia International in Sydney, and good news a little earlier in that Australia's Bernard Tomic went straight through in straight sets against Alexander Dolgopolov. Now Marinko Matosevic's turn. It's on serve 3-2, and
Love 15.
I think Matosevic would like to get into more points like that one.
Yeah, he had good depth on the ground strokes, and if he can keep that depth, he'll prevent Stakhovsky from getting to the net, and that's where he would prefer to be.
Mr. Matosevic changing the call. Near side, Boris calling.
Mm.
15 all.
Not a great challenge.
It looks out from here. If it's that one, looks out. Mr. Stakhovsky changed the call. Right for sideline, Boris call out. court stance.
Gee, a high-risk strategy there from STAKHOVSKY at 15:30. He's invited Matosevic in, and he's got there, and he's nearly made the shot. High risk.
Mr. Matosevic has 2 challenges remaining.
Well, the first break point of the night goes to the Australian. It was a dodgy second serve.
Yeah, really short. Barely made it over the net.
Advantage, STAKHOVSKY.
For the he apologises to Mohamed Leani. The thing he did here, he went for one of his favourite players, great players. That was the leap of Pete Sampras, but it wasn't the same leap.
No, it didn't quite get
he
the
got
air.
up there, just didn't time it right.
No. Oh, another opportunity.
Advantage, STAKHOVSKY.
he's a character. Mohamed just loves his work. I think he's got the best gig in the world. He's travelling the world as a professional umpire.
Yes, so survives. STAKHOVSKY, it's 3-all.
3 games on.
Just a little concerned in that last game, not because Matosevic didn't get the break, but just he started to look a little anxious. He had a little conversation with the umpire about he's playing too fast. Well, the rules say you've got to play to the speed of the server.
Well, that's where he's just chatting to himself, as you suggested. He's really been the better player thus far, so he's got to keep that in mind and feel positive. He's not been Really troubled on his own serve.
No, he hasn't, and it's another comfortable hold for Matosevic.
New balls, please.
4-3, first set.
Matosevic leads 4-3.
Time. It's the Apia Sydney International, the last of the men's quarterfinals, and an ace off the racket of Marinko Matosevic. He leads 4-3. It's on serve, first set.
Love.
Jeff, once again, just as Matosevic was coming back out from that change of ends, he was in discussion with the umpire about how quickly STAKHOVSKY plays when he's serving. He's got the ball, he's ready to go. He's serve volley, quick points, and I just get a little bit worried for Marinko when he starts getting into chit-chat with the umpire, and because this week, in his previous two matches, he's really been quite composed.
Yeah, and look, let's face it, he can say, put his hand up, say I'm not ready, or he can walk away. I mean, you know, he doesn't have to play. He can slow things down. It's up to him a little bit. So it's a critical stage, you know. He needs to, as you said, stay calm. He's really looked the better player.
Love 15.
This is where positive self-talk is so important. You've got to give yourself some positive affirmation. So serve's been good. He's won 94% of points when the first serve's gone into play. So it's been very effective. Hasn't been down a break point.
Well, only dropped 4 points, in fact, on serve in the set.
30 all.
Good stuff from STAKHOVSKY. Okay, just a little bit of pressure here. 30 all.
Ball.
Yeah,
That's nice.
just came off the length.
30-40.
Really didn't do enough with that ball, did it? It just sort of sat there with the chance for STAKHOVSKY to go for it, and he takes his chance and has break point. That's long. And STAKHOVSKY's got the break. He'll serve for it at 5-4.
STAKHOVSKY leads 5 games to 4.
Can we get it back now? One new ball. Yeah, new ball. No, normal.
Yeah. Time.
Well, things changed quickly in that 2 games, and then you can just see again, that's Josh Eagle, an Australian Davis Cup coach that Marinko was chit-chatting to. So STAKHOVSKY serving 5-4. Wonderful net coverage.
Well, that was just the backbone of his game against Federer this year at Wimbledon, STAKHOVSKY. He was all over the net. He covered it beautifully. His technique is good, but his ability to change direction is excellent at the net.
And how much fun is it to watch a match where you've got some variety, some serve volley? You've got to make the return low, and then it sets up the pass.
Well, it just gives all sorts of styles a chance. You know, you can still be really good from the back of the court, but you're getting some reward for coming forward as well. It's great to see. That's a good serve.
30-15.
Another good serve too there, Jeff, mixing it up well, isn't he?
Yeah, the serve at the body, so effective. Good players use it consistently.
Set points. Nothing wrong with that second serve either.
40-30.
Quick move out of the way of the body serve and beautifully placed. He's got a really technically sound backhand, Matosevic.
And a good service game for the hold. And it's STAKHOVSKY who takes the opening set just on 30 minutes, 6-4.
Time. Second set, Matosevic to serve.
Marinko Matosevic serving, start of the second.
Mr. Matosevic change the call. Left center service line, body is called out. So return. First service. Love 15.
Well, pivotal time in the match for Matosevic because he started brilliantly. The first 6 games he was by far the best player, but then started to get distracted. And once that happened, I felt, Jeff, that STAKHOVSKY did a great job at recognising that he started to lose focus.
Yeah, you were spot on. You could see it coming, and even Marinko has spoken before about not being sure that he belongs at this level, and it became obvious. And a player as experienced as STAKHOVSKY can see it, and a presence on the court, you know, how you hold yourself, how you carry yourself is so important. And when the clutch time comes, you've got to look like you believe, you belong, and you're going to march forward. And that was missing from Marinko. STAKHOVSKY seized on it, and he's seizing on it here again. And
15, 14.
And I think, you know, we've seen Novak Djokovic bring Boris Becker into the camp for a similar reason, because Becker was one of those players who had incredible presence on the court, looked like he was going to eat you up and spit you out, and that's really important to have.
I totally agree.
30,
There are certain
14.
players you go out and you play against, and you just... they make you nervous. They make you stressed.
Chris Evert used to talk that way about Martina Navratilova as well. She said she always felt like she was going to just... Martina just was going to go for the jugular the whole way. And it's such an important trait to be able to have.
Challenge. It's been called by
Mr. Matosevic changed the call. Left near side, body is called out.
Leani has called it from the chair. If it is wide, it's an early break. And it is wide, so
call stands.
There's the break. 1-love, second set.
I call it.
Game, STAKHOVSKY. First game. And the second set. Love 15. Mr. Matosevic has 2 turns remaining.
That's what we've got to see Matosevic do if he's going to get himself back in. It's down a set and a break.
30.
And it's got to be some real positive body language and positive play. He's got to take it to STAKHOVSKY and not let him control the points like he has. Matosevic just been happy to try to move it from the baseline. That's allowed the Ukrainian the opportunity to come forward and choose what shot he wants.
15, 30.
They can see the emotional turmoil that is emanating from Matosevic at the moment, and that just plays into the hands of your opponent.
You know what I'm seeing a bit of too is that because we're seeing the serve volley here tonight, there's not many guys on tour that are used to having to hit a return down and into a spot. They're used to just blocking it back deep and getting themselves within a rally. So they might be good returners because they get a lot back into play, but against this guy, if you don't get it below the net, he's all over you.
It's a very good first volley there from STAKHOVSKY. Matosevic did see him coming in, got it low,
30.
and very wisely STAKHOVSKY just put it straight back down the line and deep. Here he comes now, and made it a tough shot. Good volley.
STAKHOVSKY.
Up 30, 4 straight points, and 2-love second set.
STAKHOVSKY leads 2 games to love.
Talking about Boris Becker taking on Djokovic, Jeff, and I just wonder whether
15
he may try to get Djokovic to be a little more serious and micromanage Djokovic. And I think we're interested to see how that affects him over the next couple of months, because Djokovic seems to enjoy being involved in some of the fun activities. He might take that away from him.
13, 15.
Well, he's always done that, hasn't he, Djokovic? He used to mimic some of the players' movements and little idiosyncrasies in a fun way. So it will be interesting, Mix. It's fascinating to have Boris come on tour. This critical moment here, isn't it? He's lost 4 consecutive games. He's at 30 all here now, and this match is going to get away from him unless he holds here.
unlucky. But beautifully controlled lob.
Yeah, it was. And it's a well-directed lob because players don't get used to going back to a smash on their right-hand side. Most lobs will come over the backhand side, and players get used to moving back to cover in that way. So that was a smart lob straight down the line.
Double break point chance. Beautifully measured tennis from the Ukrainian.
Matosevic changed the call. Left baseline, Boris Kolev.
Well, the same thing happened on the last game, but that one went right through the line. I think the way it shot off onto Matosevic's racket. He's in the chair already having a swig of water. It's on the line, and it's a double break. 3-love, second set.
Game. STAKHOVSKY. STAKHOVSKY leads 3 games to love. Mr. Matosevic has 1 challenge remaining. Time.
We've talked a lot about Matosevic in this match, but got to give some credit to STAKHOVSKY because he's played a beautifully measured tennis match. Great tactics and execution. I thoroughly enjoyed seeing something a little bit different, you know, not just baseline rallies, just giving us a bit of old world tennis.
Yeah, and the conditions are allowing that to happen, and we mentioned they're a little quicker, and I think that's a real plus.
30-15.
I'll tell you what, if I was out there still playing, I'd be looking at him as a pretty good doubles partner to get on my side.
30.
Indeed. He's got a good serve, and he's a bit of a rarity these days, and he's a good volleyer as well. He doesn't quite get enough on this one, but he's been very secure with his volley. Knows when to push it deep, when to go for angles. Oh.
30.
Very secure, did you just say?
No, I think that was you.
Well, just a second double of the match, but gives Matosevic a chance to get one of the breaks back. And he does. So good effort. 3-1.
STAKHOVSKY leads 3 games to 1.
He's trying to change something as he's got out of this point.
15 love.
I tell you what, these couple of lobs we've seen from STAKHOVSKY, you've played against this, the man the arena was named after, Jeff, in Ken Rose. By all accounts, he used to hit every lob on the line.
Oh, yeah, on the outside of the line. Oh, it's beautifully played and recognised by Matosevic. Falling short here, Matosevic. He's quick to move forward onto the ball, cut it off and take time away. This is perfect positioning from STAKHOVSKY.
Yep.
What the tactics of STAKHOVSKY have done here is Marinko's unsure whether to go for an outright winner or keep the point going. So when he keeps it going, he's just steering it around the court. That's allowing his opponent to then pick and choose when he comes forward. It's really clever. The chance quickly to get that double break again for STAKHOVSKY.
Mr. STAKHOVSKY, change the call. Left for sideline. The ball is called in. Call stands. Deuce. Advantage, STAKHOVSKY.
It's really doing a good job here, STAKHOVSKY, of putting pressure on the Matosevic second serve. Matosevic has not won a point in this second set yet when he's missed his first serve.
If he can hang on to this game, he's going to rev the crowd up, and
Deuce.
They want more tennis.
Advantage, Matosevic.
Shows some fighting spirit, Matosevic. He gets the crowd going, but it's STAKHOVSKY leads 3-2, second set.
STAKHOVSKY leads 3 games to 2.
Matosevic doing everything in his power to keep himself within the match, and Jeff Masters, I don't know, I think that if he could just return a little bit better, maybe read the STAKHOVSKY serve and just put a little more pressure on it, he's got a chance.
Yeah, look, he's done well. Done a couple of breaks, he looked like he was going to be gone, but he's fought hard, and as you mentioned, he's got the crowd behind him, and he's on a bit of a roll at the moment. It's a really good, tough first point.
15 love.
Really experienced players know the importance of a first point, so he's gone down the centre tee, come to the net quickly, given it Matosevic very little angle to work with on the return. Really a perfectly placed and played first point.
At 15 all. At 15, 30. At 30 all.
He's serving that wide one to the second court really well. I think Marinko maybe has to move over there and just try some different positioning on the return, just to see if he could get some more faults on these bigger points.
14-30.
That didn't work, did it?
Yeah, he's mixed up his serve well. High percentage of first serves in, 77% for the match, so it's very, very good.
Game, STAKHOVSKY.
So a very solid service game yet again from the Ukrainian. 4-2.
STAKHOVSKY leads 4 games
Well,
to 2.
this is the service direction of STAKHOVSKY. All the red dots are the points won, and you can see that they're all over the place, some at the body, and the wide one to the back end in the second court. That's a tough serve for the right-hander. He's got a grouping there that's been very successful, and the points lost is just the odd one or two that have fallen a bit short with that serve. But in the main, it's been very, very effective serving. 78% of first serves in with that sort of spread and pace and variety is going to be hard to break.
Wait, please. Wait. It was still running, the serve by. Ball, please. And 15 love.
just thinking before Todd, STAKHOVSKY, he's ranked 99 in the world. He's had a win over Federer. He's been as high as 31, but it just gives you an indication of how much depth there is in the game, where this man ranked 99 in the world currently is 6 months ago was beating one of the all-time greats. Here he is looking for a place in the semis here in Sydney.
$30-15. 40-15.
In his previous match against Andreas Seppi, Matosevic was really able to do a bit more damage off the ground than he's been able to do tonight. But he hangs in. He's still down a set and a break, though. It's 4-3, STAKHOVSKY.
STAKHOVSKY leads 4 games to 3.
White towels, please. Can you give more towels? Towel, white towel, please. Give it one. Yeah. Thank you.
Time.
Well, the crowd in that break just trying to get behind the Australian, Marinko Matosevic. Down a set and a break. Just before we went to break there, I was talking about the ground strokes of Matosevic and his inability tonight to push STAKHOVSKY around the court. He just hasn't been able to hit them as hard as he normally would. But I think you've got to credit that to the tactics of his opponent. He's kept him off balance.
On.
Got it. I don't think it was a clean strike, but it was an accurate one.
15-13. Mr. STAKHOVSKY challenging the call. Right center service line. Ball is called out.
I think he's going to get some joy here. This seemed to swing late.
Second service.
Some ordinary decision-making. Matosevic there trying to pull the trigger on a ball that was wide and deep when he had an opportunity mid-rally off a ball from STAKHOVSKY that landed just past the service line. He needed to take it, come in, puts the pressure on. Now goes for this shot here. This is high risk. He missed his opportunity earlier in the rally. That's long.
Oh. 30-14.
Somewhat surprisingly, here's a point to get it back on serve. He's been good on that serve under pressure.
Well, that wide one to the backhand in the second quarter is tough serve for a right-hander, and we saw in the graphic earlier that he's hit it consistently well and just at critical stages in the bargain.
Advantage, STAKHOVSKY.
It comes back to that point we spoke about earlier. At 15-30, Matosevic had a short ball that he didn't come in on, and 15-40 would have been good. Got it.
Deuce.
Oh, that's a very good volley.
Advantage, STAKHOVSKY.
Look where STAKHOVSKY is when he makes this volley. Behind the service line and at the shoelaces, and he still hits a winner. Outstanding.
Nope.
Huh? Miss more. It's not that one was before. Yeah, more, yes. Should save it.
Well,
how's that? Mohammed did a great job of talking him out of challenging.
He did, and that's the problem that players have when they ask the opinion of the umpires. I think it's something they shouldn't do, and certainly the umpires shouldn't give a response.
That could be a pivotal moment in this match.
Good second serve, 182 kilometres an hour, right into the body.
Too cute. He actually had time to rip a forehand pass, and he went for something that was a little too fancy.
Deuce.
This is the one here. Goes for the slice cross-court forehand. I think he might like to have that one back again.
Advantage, STAKHOVSKY.
Well, this has been probably the best game we've had. Both players at their best. It's taking some really good tennis to win the point.
Oh, it's just starting to edge here. That was a really surprise tactic there. The slow kicking first serve after, you know, he's been serving so well, and that's giving Matosevic a chance. This game is huge. There's the better serve.
Advantage, STAKHOVSKY.
This is the game that the match sits on right now. Matosevic has to win it. It's long and it's pivotal, so STAKHOVSKY leads 5-3.
STAKHOVSKY leads 5-3. Love 15.
We went there with saying, I said it was long. I didn't mean that the ball was long. I meant that game was long and incredibly pivotal in the outcome. It was just starting, I felt, to edge towards Matosevic there.
Love 30.
Oh, wow, that's a very good shot. The shot you thought he should have played last game when he went the slider. That's too good.
Love 40.
Well, that beautiful passing shot gives 3 match points.
Set the match, STAKHOVSKY. 2 sets to love. 4-6-3.
Well, there it is, and what a beautifully constructed match from the Ukrainian. He takes out Marinko Matosevic in straight sets, 6-4, 6-3.